Coming up on Vegas Nation Blitz, 2-0.
Let's go, let's go. Oh, we got a dub, we 2-0.
The Raiders left Pittsburgh with another tally in the win column.
It feels good, but we can't stop now. We got to keep going. We got to finish.
The Silver and Black are back at home this week to face Miami.
They're coming off a tough loss, and in this league, you really don't like to see teams that are coming off a tough loss.
More fast takes and smart coverage coming up on Vegas Nation Blitz.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.
Welcome into Vegas Nation Blitz, where we bring you all of your Raiders fast takes and smart coverage. I'm your host, Cassie Soto, and then there were 7. There are only 7 undefeated teams left in the NFL, and the Las Vegas Raiders are one of them. After coming away with their first road win of the season, 26-17 over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's go ahead and get to our top stories, brought to you by Capriotti's. There's no better time than game time to score party favorites. Order online to get Capriotti's party trays, box lunches, or large subs for the whole crew.
We've started 2-0 before, but we got to keep going. We can't let this thing go downhill. So keeping the mindset, staying in the process, staying in the channel, those are all the things that matter.
Vinny Bonsignore here with me now. Vinny, Derek Carr leads the league in passing yards. He is really getting the ball down the field early this season. My question to you is, what does this say about the trust that he's built with the multiple weapons on this team?
Well, I think that you just hit the nail on the head, trust. I'm doing a story actually about Derek Carr. It'll be in Vegas Nation later on today and tomorrow. Check for it there. But it's about how good he's playing right now. And is he the best quarterback in the NFL? He doesn't need to be the best quarterback in the NFL. He needs to play where he's playing right now, and the talent around him needs to sustain it. But it was interesting that you mentioned throwing the ball downfield more. The trust factor is the key to this whole thing. It wasn't like before Derek Carr didn't feel like he was capable of throwing it downfield or was unwilling to throw it downfield out of some schematic type thing. The fact of the matter is he just didn't trust that he had the capable wide receivers to complete the play. Derek Carr now understands in Henry Ruggs and now Bryan Edwards also and Darren Waller, of course, that he's got players that have the capability of chasing down balls, catching balls, beating their man, when it comes to the coverage. So he's just tapping back into something that was always there. He's got the arm strength, he's got the confidence, he's got the nerve to do it. It's just now he has better players around him that are able to complete those types of plays.
Well, a thrilling win over the Ravens, a win on the road over the Steelers, 2 playoff caliber teams, Vinny. It's one thing to have a good start in this league, but it's another thing to stay consistent down the stretch. Are you seeing early glimpses already that this team has what it takes to make a run this season?
Well, yes, and the reason for that is I think that, and we're going to see, obviously, it all has to play out, but I think their defense is in a much better position to hold up its end of the bargain. I think you're eventually going to see, they played such good complementary football. Even when the offense has scored the way it has these first 2 weeks, there were periods of time throughout games where they struggled a little bit offensively, but the defense was able to take care of business. In the past, any sort of offensive struggle usually meant the other team running and hiding and going away because the defense wasn't able to hold up its end of the bargain. They can now. I think that's sustainable. I think the depth of this team is much better than where it was in the past. So I think they're going to be able to get through the season a little bit better. I think the talent is there. I think the depth is there. I think the right personnel is there for them to make a run and to sustain this. But until it actually happens, it's okay for Raider fans to have a cautious optimism or even a healthy skepticism because they've been let down a few times in the past.
Around the League, brought to you by Pirate Plumbing, the masters of disasters. Hey everyone, it's Heidi Fang here, and I'm joined with Adam Hill, our NFL and Raiders writer. We're going to get you caught up to speed here with the AFC West, who right now is all over the power rankings in the top 10, particularly with Yahoo Sports, Adam. I wanted to get your take on those numbers and what this means for the division.
Yeah, let's look at Yahoo, where they have 3 of the 4 AFC West teams in the top 10. starting with the Kansas City Chiefs, of course, they are number 4 in the Yahoo rankings. I think that's too low. I think it's pretty clear they're inside the top 3, despite the loss. I think you can't overreact to one single game like that. The Raiders all the way up to number 7 at 2-0, beating 2 of the of the more traditional powers in the AFC. Number 7 ranked in this poll, and number 9, the Denver Broncos. They have 2 wins as well. Not as strong of competition, but they have looked very good. And then you got the Chargers. Everybody's picked to finish 2nd in the division. They fall all the way down to number 14 with their loss to the Cowboys. Some errors maybe by Justin Herbert in the red zone led to that loss against the Cowboys the other day. I wouldn't overreact to that either. I think the Chargers are going to also be just fine, but it shows you how strong the AFC West has been, that the Chargers are the worst ranked team in the power rankings here, and yet they are still a very, very good team and a contender to make the playoffs. This division is off to a great start, and I think it's going to be far more exciting than anybody thought coming into the season.
Great stuff as always. Thank you, Adam.
Vegas Nation Injury Brief, sponsored by Knockvie Injury Law.
He was full today, so he's ready to go. He's ready to go.
I'm Sam Gordon here with the Raiders Injury Brief. That was Raiders coach John Gruden talking about Derek Carr. Looks like he's going to be good to go Sunday against the Miami Dolphins, who, on the other hand, will be without their starting quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, out with a rib injury. That means it's going to be Jacoby Brissett for the Dolphins on Sunday. In terms of the Raiders, though, and their injuries, Alex Leatherwood practiced today. He was a practice participant. Josh Jacobs, on the other hand, did not practice. Neither did Richie Incognito. Raiders are going to need those guys back to help get their run game going. That's something that's started out a little slow with the injuries across the offensive line and to Jacobs. But Derek Carr is going to play. Looks like Alex Leatherwood's going to play. Good news for the Raiders. Again, Raiders and Dolphins Sunday. Raiders looking to go to 3-0. We will find out more about injuries as the week goes on and have you updated at VegasNation.com. I'm Sam Gordon. That is the Injury Brief.
DNR House of Diamonds is Las Vegas's elite private office jeweler, the perfect bridge between internet pricing and a traditional brick-and-mortar jewelry store. We specialize in loose diamonds, natural and lab-grown, engagement rings, fashion jewelry, custom design, and jewelry repairs. We operate by appointment in our beautiful offices in the One Summerlin building, downtown Summerlin. Our great relationships with the world's largest diamond wholesalers and our low overhead saves you hundreds, if not thousands, on your purchase.
It's time to go ahead and check out some Raiders social media. This week, we caught Derek Carr recycling a caption on the gram. Last year, he put up a picture of his touchdown pass to Henry Ruggs against the Jets with the caption, "Ruggs down there somewhere," which had become a popular joke on social media whenever quarterbacks seemingly chucked the ball deep and just hoped their guys came down with it. He would use the same caption after the Steelers game, in which he threw yet another bomb to the speedy wideout. And speaking of Derek Carr, we have Derek McQueen from Draw Play Dave. For those who aren't up to speed, Draw Play Dave will make his cartoon bet predictions for every NFL game, and if he's incorrect, he draws a picture of the winner. This week, he predicted a Raiders loss, and since he was wrong, he drew Derek as a car. And finally, we have some more Raiders music this week with Darren Waller releasing his second project, Delusions of Clarity, over the weekend. The album features 14 tracks with Waller on a lot of the production as well as rapping. DOC also features teammates Foster Moreau and Max Crosby. I have a feeling a few of the songs have already been put into Allegiant Stadium's pregame rotation.
Mic check.
Honestly, the first thing is don't drop it. Other than that is, when I saw that one, it was run. He threw it up. It was just like, go get it. That's all I can think of. Go get it and don't drop it.
It's kind of an attitude. It's an attitude thing, right? There's an air of confidence walking out onto the field for every unit that we have, which is extremely underrated, and I don't know if everyone can say that, right? A lot of teams work hard, and a lot of teams have a lot of good players, but I feel like we're really coming into our own, and we're happy to get out of here with a win. That's a really good Pittsburgh team.
Let's go, Raiders!
Vegas Nation, the road ahead, sponsored by your Southern Nevada Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
They also know they got a great challenge with the Dolphins. They're coming off a tough loss, and in this league, you really don't like to see teams that are coming off a tough loss.
That tough loss John Gruden is referring to is to the Bills shutting out the Dolphins 35-0. Joining me now is sports columnist for the Las Vegas Review-Journal, Ed Graney. Ed, why is it that teams who suffer a bad loss the week before have the potential to be so dangerous the following week?
Yeah, Cassie, it's one word. It's parity. The NFL is a league of parity. I say this, it's harder to go 0-17 than 17-0. It really is. There's a lot of teams in this league that are just like each other. For example, we saw what happened to Aaron Rodgers and the Packers in the first week, blown up by New Orleans. What happens? New Orleans come back the next week. What does Rodgers do? He goes home and he beats Detroit. This is a dangerous Dolphins team in that manner. Now, we'll see how they come in here, because also when you lose 35-0, you can get it in your head. You have a hurt quarterback in Tua, so we don't know how they're going to come in here. But usually in the NFL, you're going to play better after getting blown out.
Yeah, well, we've talked about the Raiders and the stars that they've had these last few weeks, who has really come out and showed that they are ready to get it this season. I'm wondering, who are you thinking now coming into week 3 needs to maybe step up a little bit for this Raiders team?
2 linemen, Alex Leatherwood and Andre James. Listen, these guys are both listed by Pro Football Focus at last in their positions in the league. Derek Carr has been sacked 5 times over 2 games. That's kind of a number you need to bring down. These guys, I know they're young. Alex Leatherwood's a rookie. Andre James, young center, taking over for Rodney Hudson. But they have to play better. They have not played well. You know what would help a lot? If Richie Incognito was healthy and was able to slide in at guard and bring that line together. But if he can't, those 2 young linemen have to be much, much better than they have been the first 2 weeks.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Vegas Nation Blitz. Be sure to join us on Saturday for Vegas Nation Game Day as we get you ready for the Raiders' home matchup versus the Dolphins. Until then, head on over to vegasnation.com for more Raiders fast takes and smart coverage, or download the Vegas Nation app. For our entire crew, I'm Cassie Soto. We'll see you next time. Join the action with the Las Vegas Review-Journal's Pro Football Contest. Predict each week's winning team for a chance to win a $25 gift card from presenting sponsor Capriati's or a $30 gift card from Big Dogs Brewing Company. Sign up today at lvrj.com/profootball.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Blitz. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.